Hi-ho, 420 MSP, Harry Brailsford here, and we're back with Blake Schwank out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Blake, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Harry. How are the llamas doing?
They're doing good. Yeah, I'm kind of quote unquote kind of quarantining myself out here on a 40-acre ranch. It's okay. It's all right. We're doing fine. Just staying healthy. But on a more serious note, let's talk about a couple things. First of all, we appreciate you helping us as a speaker and panelist at the online Cannabis Tech Conference, June 1st and 2nd. That's online, folks. So Blake, thank you very much, because you're running a couple companies. You're a busy man. Appreciate it. So with that said, the topic I want to talk about is in fact one of the lectures concerning the product stack itself, the supply chain and the product stack. So quickly, before we get to the application conversation, because you're out there doing it with your second corporate entity, a separate entity that serves the cannabis vertical, on the supply chain, to be honest, it's an easy conversation. I see it as three elements, and I welcome your feedback. I see it as the agricultural grower, I see it as the processor, producer, manufacturer, and then I see it as the dispensary at the end of the supply chain, much like the old mom and pop pharmacies you used to see on Main Street. Is that oversimplified, Blake? I mean, you're out there doing it. Would you add any other stops along the way, or what's your thought?
No, not in the, that's it in the production of product, right? So it's actually going out the door of the cannabis sales. But there's a whole other industry surrounded around it, all the ancillary side of business. You have attorneys, you have you have the suppliers of all of the the grow products and everything else that's also available to us in the industry.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be one of the takeaways from our 2-day online conference is you can serve those that serve the cannabis supply chain. And Blake, that also means that you're not involved in touching the flower and so on. You may be supporting the insurance agent that's niched on cannabis and just has traditional MSP type needs. But hey, moving on, you and I had a spirited conversation before we went on camera about the role of traditional line of business applications with your cannabis clients, and you push back a little bit on me. That's fair. What are you seeing? What are you seeing at the application layer?
Well, I think most grows and dispensaries are not. They don't have line of business apps on site anymore because the industry matured in the age of the cloud, right? So originally, BioTrack started out as an on-prem server. There's been a couple other on-prem servers out there that needed to be backed up. Now they're all, most of the seed to sale programs are tied in, so they have business intelligence built in, they have CRM built in, they have all of the necessary tools built in, and they're cloud-based. So we have very few BDR solutions out there on-prem. Now we do have, if they have Office 365 or Google Apps, we have Backupify out there and other solutions out there to back up their cloud solution. But we really don't have penetration into backing up their point of sale, right? And because that's with the manufacturer. Unlike we can back up Google Apps and Office 365.
Yeah.
And then the camera servers generally aren't backed up. There's been some states, and every state's different. It's hard to keep up. And so whatever state you're in, whatever we talk about, you need to make sure you go pull the regs for your state from the marijuana folks to actually look at and see what the state regs are. Because originally Oregon was requiring an offsite backup of all the camera feeds until they realized that was too onerous and expensive to back up a dispensary's cameras for 30-45 days.
Yeah, well, so let's talk about that. And folks, that's one of the nuggets that you'll get by attending the 2-day online event. But so the cameras, there must be some retention. And Blake, what I'm thinking is you turn on the morning news in Seattle, and once in a blue moon, there's a story of at 2 a.m. a car backed into a dispensary in North Seattle and crashed through the glass doors, and it was a grab and go. And
Right.
and they have it on film, right? They have on the morning news, you can see the car back into it. So I'm assuming there must be a certain period of retention, if for no other reason than you want to see the license plate of the bad guy.
Oh, right. There's absolutely retention of, we're talking retention versus backups, right? So we're not backing up video surveillance, but there is a retention requirement and an uptime requirement depending on the state. So it might be 30, 45 days that you have to be able to go back and show live video. And so you go into these dispensaries and they have multiple DVRs with huge battery backup solutions in there. So battery backup monitoring, selling Eaton or APC or something else into these is a great solution, because a lot of times what they'll have is 5 UPSs, all little 1500s, instead of having a big UPS, right? And so that part's critical. And then there's a camera covering every inch of the grow or the dispensary or the manufacturing site, looking for shrinkage, looking for theft or mistracking of plants.
Okay. Well, you've helped clarify for me and the listeners. Hey, Blake, I'll let you get back to your big desk there, your literally world headquarters, the global map in the background, my friend. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day. Keep it safe out there, and we'll talk to you next month. And more importantly, folks, Blake and others are our panelists and speakers. The Cannabis Tech Conference, June 1st and 2nd online. Go to 420msp.com. Thanks, Blake.
Hey, thanks, Harry. I look forward to seeing you and talking to you next month. So enjoy the llamas.
All righty.